There are a lot of great artifacts to be found in Heroes of Might and Magic. Ranging from treasures to relics, some artifacts are a really powerful asset for the hero that wields them. The most powerful and historically significant artifacts in the game have to be the Armageddon's Blade and the Sword of Frost. Armageddon's Blade is said to be originally forged by the Ancients, before the Silence. This is a period in time where all communications between the Ancients and their creations was lost, due to a Cregan invasion. The blade emerged from the plains of fire. Along with the Armageddon's Blade, delving out of the plains of water, sprang out a direct antithesis, the Sword of Frost. Along with his tale of old, an ominous prophecy was given. If the Sword of Frost and Armageddon's Blade should ever meet, it would mean the end of the world. Due to its unstable nature, the Armageddon's Blade was split into 4 new and less powerful artifacts, and as they were scattered throughout Antagarich, their true power was forgotten. Only the Kriegans kept the true power of Armageddon's Blade in their memory. It was Lucifer Cregan, the king of Fearful, that set out to reforge the Armageddon's Blade and set the world on fire. He ordered his general, Ziron, to hunt down the artifacts required to complete the Armageddon's Blade: the Breastplate of Brimstone, the Sword of Hellfire, the Hellstorm Helmet, and the Shield of the Damned. These artifacts were guarded by the Elemental Lords that rose into power once more, this time not to destroy the world, but to save it. Ziron managed to acquire this artifact and reached the Grand Forge smith Gazandar, a rogue alchemist that was imprisoned by the Elemental Lords. Gazandar agreed to cooperate and reforge the blade, only if Ziron promised that he would be spared by the Armageddon's fire. Ziron gave him his word, though when the blade was completed, he imprisoned Gazandar and later had him executed. With the Armageddon's blade in hand, Ziron could become unstoppable, if it weren't for the joint forces of Erathia, Auli, and the Elemental Lords, who not only managed to destroy Ziron and his armies, but also retrieve the blade. They later used Armageddon's Blade to slay King Lucifer Cregan himself, and end the threat of Fearful. After that, Jelu, the Ranger, was appointed as the guardian of the blade. The Sword of Frost has a similar story. Like the Armageddon's Blade, it was also split into 4 less powerful artifacts: the Ice Blade, the Glacial Helm, the Armor of Blight, and the Shield of Blizzard. The warrior elves of Voli managed to assemble these artifacts and reforge the Sword of Frost. For 10,000 years, the Sword of Frost lay there, beneath the earth, slowly burying the city with glaciers. After the Armageddon's Blade re-emerged, the two swords began to draw one another. Jelu heard about the prophecy, and since he didn't want to give up his weapon, he decided to travel to Vori, find the hidden city, and destroy the Sword of Frost. Fearing that Jelu could potentially cause the prophecy to come true instead of preventing it, the barbarian ancestors sent Tarnum, the immortal hero, to stop him. While Jelu and Tarnum searched for the sword, they learned that Kija, the third wife of Kilgore, went also in search for the sword, planning to give it to her husband to ensure that her sons became his heirs. Tarnum defeated her armies, but Kija escaped into the wilderness. Tarnum managed to defeat both Jelu and the defenders of Voli. However, when he found the sword's resting place, he discovered that Kija was there first and the sword was gone. Despite all attempts to stop her, she reached the mainland and presented the weapon to Kilgore. With the sword's power, Kilgore led his army out to conquer the world and kill any who opposed him. He eventually faced Gelu, who was determined to destroy the Sword of Frost. Despite prior warnings from Tarnum, Jelu carried Armageddon's Blade into battle with the barbarian king, and faced his foe in a one-on-one combat. Kilgore and Jelu locked arms, clashing Armageddon's Blade and the Sword of Frost together. As predicted, the convergence of the two blades triggered their reckoning, which killed both leaders and rendered Enroth uninhabitable. Some of the population managed to flee to Axoth through magical portals, but countless others were dead. The prophecy was fulfilled, and the two swords were no more. Thank you for watching. If you like my channel, make sure that you subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know what other parts of Heroes lore would you like to be explored next. Cheers!